Trojan Felly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got to talk about Chad Bowden and some of the things that he addressed in the roundtable with USC media yesterday. Listen, there were a couple of things that Chad Bowden addressed. One in particular that we got to talk about is the NIL and how he says sky's the limit. But we'll get into some of those things that he actually said. But I want to take you guys back to memory lane and really let you guys really understand. It was at this particular point where the groundbreaking ceremony, way before Chad Bowden actually got hired, and you see Lincoln Riley here with his wife, the Bloom family, as well as Jennifer Cohen. Groundbreaking ceremony, for the athletic facility, for everything that's going on with USC. And it was at this point where I realized that USC was getting very serious about what they're going to do and that Lincoln Riley was here to stay. And you guys remember I told you that I felt like Lincoln Riley was going into a gunfight, not with the knife, but with the straw. But now that he has the backing, I knew it was at that point that everything was going to continue to progress to another level. And ever since then, we kind of see just things unfolding from the coaching extensions with Deanton Lynn and several different things. Of course, all of the staff, the administration staff that we see now coming right behind Chad Bowden. And so now we fast forward and we see Chad Bowden here. And he's already making a significant impact. And I want to talk about some of the things that he said. And this is one of the things he said in the roundtable yesterday. He says, I think the 2026 class is the best class that California has had in 2 decades. Coach Riley, our very first phone call, we were talking about recruiting. This is like an absolute plus. And he says this, and we both together keep bringing it up. Man, this is going to be one of the best classes ever. And you guys see it now, man. This is what we're seeing, what we're witnessing right now. We're ranked number 1 according to 24/7 Sports. And look, man, it's only going to get better. This really is, when you look at it, and I've talked to a couple of people about it, but when you look at it, on several different fronts, USC, they're trending on with so many athletes right now. And look, man, in the flip watch, we told you guys back in a couple of weeks ago that the flip watch is on, and it's going to continue to happen. And for us to flip guys like Jonas Williams flipping from Oregon, you guys know USC has got to be able to meet all aspects of it. I'm not going to spell it out for you, but USC has to meet all aspects of it. Of course, the quarterback guru in Lincoln Riley, but then you got to have the other piece that we've always talked about, which is the NIL. So here's exactly what Chad Bowden said in reference to our NIL. He says, in our NIL aspirations for what we're going to do in NIL is going to be as high as anybody in the country. He says, and I hope people know it. And here's what really blew my mind. When asked about California, a percentage of how many California recruits would you expect to even get each year, he said 80%. I think one number was thrown out there, 70 or 60%. I can't remember, but he's responded, no, more like 80%, which is, look, man, to us, to USC fans, that should be music to our ears because California, as we stated, we've been shouting on this show for a couple years now. We've been talking about it. Matter of fact, I started my platform talking about California recruits, talking about how St. John Bosco went down there and just beat up on Allen, Texas, how Modern Day beat up on IMG Academy when they had Bryce Young. Of course, Modern Day went to that other school in Texas. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but they went there and beat them. Even St. John Bosco beat up on schools like I think it was Miami Central. So it's that, USC always had talent right in their backyard. And for Chad Bowden to say 80%, listen, man, it's really go time. It's on and popping. He understands the landscape and appreciates the California talent that we have. And now it's flowing all through. I'm constantly monitoring these guys, whether it's Chad Bowden or whether it's Chad Savage. I'm constantly monitoring these guys Instagram stories, and they constantly putting up players from California, and it's incredible. And I know they see this stuff. I know that they love the love that's taking place right now, and it's really go time, man. So look, man, USC as we know it, as we knew it these past couple years, that is no more. You can forget about it. You can throw that out the window. That doesn't even exist anymore. This is a new regime in here. It's a new plan. It's a new strategy. It's new structure. And it's really straight up go time. It's on and popping. It's on and cracking, man. So look, you guys can drop those comments. Those are a couple of thoughts that I had in reference to this roundtable discussion that he had with the media. Look, man, I'm excited. Look, I don't even know what to do. I'm just going to continue to ride the wave. And look, man, continue to see this thing grow. Hit me in the comments, man. You guys tell me what you think. It's USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. I'm out of here. Stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.